channel, Our Wandering Footprints. So it's been a few days since I did a video. I've just been really busy cleaning out closets and purging and just trying to get rid of junk that we don't use anymore. And so I haven't been able to really video anything. So, but today I want to do a cake that I'm going to send to work with my husband Ed. And the guys that he works with love baked goods. So I thought I'll go ahead and video it, and hopefully it'll turn out good, and they can take it to work, or he can take it to work, and they can eat it and enjoy it and have a little snack. And then other videos I have coming up. I've jumped on the adult coloring book bandwagon. Oh my gosh. I love to color. I always have. I love doing art, but I've been collecting some adult coloring books here and there, especially the Dollar General. They have some really nice ones for like $3. I mean, they're beautiful. And so I want to do a video coming up of all of the collection that I've got so far, and then start doing some coloring pages. And that way, when we start going RVing more often, which is my goal, to be able to do something, you know, have something to do that's easy to carry with me, and it's enjoyable. I love to color. So, and I have all kinds of supplies that I want to use, colored pencils and markers and watercolors, just all kinds of stuff. So I hope you stay tuned for that. But so today we're going to make the cinnamon roll cake, and I got it off of Pinterest, and I'll leave in the links below who the recipe's from. I can't remember right this minute, and then you can just go and check it out there if you want. But I wanted to give her credit because that's where I found it. And so anyways, let's get making this cinnamon roll cake. Okay, so let's start making the cinnamon roll cake. The first thing that I'm going to use is this Duncan Hines Butter Golden cake mix. You can do it by scratch if you want, but she called for a cake mix, and I already had this one, so that's what I'm going to use. You can see it. Okay, and then the next thing is 4 eggs, and I've had these sitting at room temperature, so they are nice and warm, because for some reason it just works better. It gives you more volume in your cake when your eggs are room temperature. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to use my hand mixer, and it's kind of loud, so let's just get this mixed up first. Just a little bit. Get the eggs broken up. Okay, now let's add our 3/4 cups of oil. Now she used vegetable oil. I'm going to use coconut oil. That I kind of stirred it, which actually, you know, kind of softens it up because it doesn't take long to melt it. So let's get this in here. So 3/4 cups of oil. And I just like using coconut oil because it's a little bit healthier for you, but it's whatever you like. And 1 cup of sour cream. Now this is full fat sour cream. It's not the light or fat free. This is the full kind. Okay. Now let's mix this up. You should make this pretty moist. And then it's going to have a brown sugar topping after the cake is baked. Or no, it's going to be baked with the cake, I'm sorry. There is a glaze that goes, that's what I was thinking of. There's a glaze that goes on top of the cake after it's baked. It's all incorporated. Those fresh chicken eggs make that batter even more golden color. It's pretty. Okay. Don't want to over mix it. Let's pop these off. Okay. Now we're going to get it in our cake pan. This is a 13x9 cake pan that I've used Baker's Joy on. She didn't call for that, but I don't want it to stick, so that's what we're going with. And we're going to get the, see, turn this so you can see what I'm doing. Get all the batter in here. And I've got my oven, it's been preheating at 325. Not the usual 350. 325. Okay, there's that. Let's just get it spread out some. I tell you, cake mixes are so easy to use. And it's kind of hard to screw up a cake mix. Unless you overbake it, and then you're done. And then a trick that my mom taught me a long time ago, my grandma, was to bang it on the counter and get the air bubbles out. Alright. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake it. Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot the cinnamon stuff. So let's set this aside. Okay, now we're going to do the topping that goes on the cake before you bake it. So I almost forgot that part. So it's 1 cup of melted butter. And it's cooled down some. Okay, 1 cup of melted butter, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And I'm just going to use my whisk for this part. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Okay, and we're going to put this on top of the cake. Okay, now we're going to start putting the brown sugar and butter and cinnamon mixture on the cake, and we're going to swirl it through. Let's just do dollops at a time here and see what we got here. I don't know, it's kind of runny, but maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. Might not use it all. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and swirl this part. And just swirl it through, what the recipe says. Put a couple more. I don't really want to waste it, but I guess my husband could always use it on ice cream if he wanted to. Put it in the fridge and let it set up. Okay, let's swirl this in. I don't think I'm going to use it all. I think that'd be plenty. Because I'm going all the way down to the bottom of the cake pan. Alrighty then. Okay, now, excuse me. Now I'm going to put it in the oven at 325 and bake it for about 35 to 40 minutes. But I'll test it to make sure that it's done in the center. Okay, the cinnamon roll cake is all finished. It took 37 minutes in my oven compared to the 35 to 45 minutes in the recipe called for. So now we're going to make the powdered sugar glaze that goes on the top. And we'll let this cool probably about 10 minutes before we pour it on there, because you don't want it to be too hot, but you want it to still be kind of warm. Okay, we're going to make a powdered sugar glaze to go on top of our cinnamon roll cake. And in my bowl here I have 2 cups of powdered sugar. And then we're going to add about 4 tablespoons of regular whole milk. And you could use a lighter milk if you wanted to. 2%, or I think 1% would be kind of watery, but you could try it. And then we're just going to eyeball 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and I'm using the McCormick brand today. We're going to mix this up. And I've got my cinnamon roll cake cooling, because you want it to be still kind of warm, but not hot. So we're going to mix this up. Oh, this is going to be so good. Get all that powdered sugar incorporated up. Okay, here we go. And we're going to pour this on top of the cake, and the cake will be finished. Okay, my cake is all cooled now. It's still warm, but it's cooled down some. And so now we're going to put on our powdered sugar glaze. I just went ahead and put it in a measuring cup. It'd be a lot easier to hold in that big old bowl. And what I'm going to do is just kind of drizzle it until I get it all on there. And then we'll spread it out as evenly as possible. And I like how this cake, it kind of pulled away from the sides of the pan a little bit. And that way, this icing will go down some of the sides maybe. Okay. Start spreading it out because I want it to cover every part of the cake. This is, oh my gosh, I think these guys are going to be like, what in the world? Good breakfast cake. Or anytime cake, I guess. Sliding off the camera there. And then once this cools off, then it will, see if I can't get some of that to get on the sides a little bit. I guess if you wanted to, you could always add like toasted pecans to the top of this. Would be really good. Cake mixes, you can do all kinds of stuff. Doctor them up how you want them. Alrighty then. Okay, we're going to let this cool completely, and then I may do like a little corner just to taste test to let you know how it tastes, but we're going to let this cool and then we'll come back. Okay, the cinnamon roll cake is all finished and it's cool, and I put the glaze on it. So now we're going to do a little taste test. It looks really scrumptious. I just cut a little corner off so the guys won't miss too much of it. Oh my. That is just like a cinnamon roll. That is awesome. Very, very good. With a cup of coffee, cup of tea, or a glass of milk. Oh my gosh, that is delicious. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I will catch you in my next videos coming up. Don't forget to look for my art videos coming up, coloring book videos, and more recipes. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.